Well, welcome everybody to another episode of the Customer Ed Nuggets podcast series. I'm independent learning tech analyst John Lay of Talented Learning, hosting today's show with a special guest host, partner and customer education expert, CEO of the NetExam LMS, Himanshu Karunadasa. Today, we are going to talk about generative AI that you can use today to take advantage of your customer education content or content creation process to the next level in terms of quality, speed, and impact of your content, as well as reduce the cost of your content. You got to embrace this AI change as a customer ed organization and use it to exceed expectations. Use this new tool, this new gift that was given to you to make content creation easier. NetExam and Himanshu have been providing customer and partner LMS solutions now for over 20 years. Himanshu's been the CTO of NetExam for just a month or two shy of 20 years. And he has been leading the charge in developing generative AI throughout the NetExam solution. And he's been my go-to mentor about all things AI here over the last couple of years. So he's the perfect guest to educate us all about the future that is here today in generative AI in LMS. So Himanshu, welcome, and thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, John. Happy to be here.
In my research, I've now compiled a list of over 25 different areas of application of AI in LMS. It's super exciting, kind of complex, and it's growing every day. However, that's way too many features to talk about or even think about practically for today. So Himanshu and I are going to narrow the topic down to our three favorite generative AI inspired capabilities. We're going to describe what they are and how they can positively impact your customer education program. What's generative AI? Himanshu, level set me in the audience. Give us a short definition, please.
Sure, John. So generative AI or Gen AI is an AI model that's capable of generating various forms of content such as text, images, or other media. Gen AI models are trained on a large corpus of content or data, thus learning the underlying structure well enough to generate new content that follows similar structure, and thus maintaining the knowledge that it gleaned from the training as well.
Let's get started. Himanshu, what's your number one AI, generative AI innovation in LMSs that you can use today?
John, clearly it's content creation, course content creation. Content creation, as you know, it is a very expensive process today. Creating a quality course can take numerous people, many months, and cost thousands of dollars. But with Gen AI, we can reduce this to hours or maybe even minutes after everything's streamlined. The Gen AI content creation process starts with initially creating a content outline and then creating the actual content itself. The content that's actually getting created could consist of text, images, videos, and so on. And all this content that gets created can also fit into your corporate template so that all your standards template documents look the same. What makes AI content authoring possible is these large language models or LLMs. The LLMs have a foundational data already. Think of it like OpenAI's ChatGPT, which already has a lot of information in it. But then you take that and you combine that with all your companies' proprietary data. And once you combine those together, you end up with this large language model with which these course content creators can use to generate really high quality courses. And moving on to the other types of stuff that goes into the content, images. AI can generate images really well. There's really good text to image algorithms that have advanced quite a lot. And we also have tools that can generate videos. We have text to video generation tools that can go out and create these animations, avatars, voiceovers for the content that goes in, that's generally referred to as synthetic media. I also want to talk a little bit about microlearning. As we know, it's very impactful in customer education. Gen AI is very good with summarization. So when you if you already have some content, most people out there have a lot of traditional legacy content, maybe courses that are in SCORM format, etc. So we can use Gen AI tools to extract the content out of that and generate smaller micro-learning content that can be very, very useful in customer education scenarios.
Wow, cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool stuff. That's all going to save a ton of time and which really impacts everything inside the content development cycle. But let me get going here with my number two. This one's a lot more practical, but I remember a point in my career one time that we were developing our LMS when I worked for an LMS company, and we had to translate the LMS into 28 different languages, and it cost us almost a $500,000 to do that, and it was out of date almost as soon as we got it done. Nowadays, that cost is zero, essentially, because AI can basically read anything and translate it into anything. And so, in the Hamansu is talking about the course creator tools that are out there. A final step or one of the configuration step is just to flip a switch and say, I want these checkbox 33 languages, and it happens in 1 second. It's closer than 90%, and you can go tweak it after that. And so, as terms of ROI and cost savings, there's hard to find bucket that's bigger than that one. Number three, Mansu, what do you got?
All right, John. I'm going to go with adaptive curriculums, adaptive or dynamic curriculums. And before I get too much into this, I'm going to take a step back and talk about why we would want to train our customers. Companies train their customers to onboard them, to maintain or increase their renewals, to grow accounts, decrease support costs, etc. So what if we can adapt the learning for each customer to accomplish these objectives through their life cycle? So I'm talking about using Gen AI to to have the ability to create personalized learning paths for each individual customer's unique needs, a dynamic, adaptive learning environment that changes according to where the customer is in their journey. And we can make this available in many formats. An area that I really like is by using AI tutors. And what I mean by an AI tutor is an intelligent bot that kind of welcomes the user when they log into the LMS for the very first time, and then kind of guides them through their learning experience, kind of like having your own personalized tutor. These bots can learn about your individual learning style, your skill level, your objective, and really personalize and even further personalize the learning path for the student. So if, for example, you have a customer who's opening many support tickets on a certain topic area, this bot can recognize this, and based on that can proactively push content that can hopefully prevent or mitigate this situations from happening. It can also have a marketing angle. If you see an opportunity to upsell or cross-sell a product, the bot or even this tool can push content that would help that can incentivize the person to maybe look at these other products or buy these upgrades. So many exciting things that can happen with these dynamic or personalized curriculums.
Well, adaptive learning on steroids. So no longer it's adaptive by role, it's adaptive by person. Wow, cool
Yeah.
stuff. Well, there you have it, folks. An automatic course creator, transcription and translation services, AI tutors, and adaptive content recommendations are just some of our favorite generative AI innovations that are here today that could totally alter your view of content creation. Listeners, if you have different or better AI enhancements in your LMS, wouldn't surprise us. Tell us about it in the comments so everybody can learn about ways that we can apply that in customer education. I want to offer a special thanks to our guest expert, Amansu, CTO of NetExam. Thanks for being here today, Amansu. It was great to have you.
Thanks, John. Happy to be here.
All right. And you can find out more about the AI Jack customer and partner LMS system at netexam.com. We're on their living profile on talentedlearning.com, where we have a whole bunch of independent information. Listeners, watchers, thanks for tuning in to another episode. We hope you learned a little bit more about the practical uses of generative AI inside customer education. And thank you. And we'll see you on the next installment of the Customer Ed Nugget podcast. Have a great day, everyone.